day. Guess you're the man of the hour here in the State Assembly.
I'll let you know when the vote comes in.
Explain what the feeling of the reception you got from the crowd. That was quite an ovation.
It was great. I wish I'd had my 20 seconds to finish my speech, but you know, time limit is a time limit. But I felt really good. I think they reacted really positively. They've been reacting positively as we've been meeting people as they leave the assembly, and I think we have a real strong base to build on now.
Reflect back a little bit on several months ago when your campaign was kind of the outside fledgling grassroots campaign and nobody really was getting a chance to versus today. You can reflect on that.
Well, it's not exactly no one. My wife and I were convinced that we could win this thing all along. So other than that, you're right. You know, this is a building process, and we have been building this for a year now, and we continue to build. And more people believe that it is something that can happen, and they're getting on board. But I never lost faith, and you know that it is an interesting process to go through because there's so many fickle people out there, and the media is out there, and they say, "Oh, Ken Buck can't win." Oh, guess what? You were wrong, and we're going to show that you're wrong. And then November 2nd, you know, Michael Bennett will realize that you guys were wrong.
You've been to a lot of these assemblies before, I'm sure, right?
Yes.
What do you think? I mean, the number of first-time delegates, the number of the active level of the Tea Party in 912 groups, what do you think that says about not only your chances, but for the Republican Party in general?
I think it's great. I think, you know, every so often you have a cleansing process in a political party. And this was really the cycle for a cleansing process. And we have a whole group of young, energetic, constitutional, conservative folks that are getting involved in the process. And I'm very excited about it.
What's next for the Ken Buck campaign?
Well, tomorrow we start. You know, we're working towards the primary. We're raising money tomorrow. We've got some meet and greets, and it's just another day on the campaign trail. But really, the strategy doesn't change. We will be going around the state, and we will be continuing our reaching out to voters.
Great. Ken Buck, U.S. Senate candidate, thank you for joining us. Here with Dan Mays, candidate for governor. A year ago, nobody knew who you were.
Right.
And now here you are. Got a big response, looks like, from the delegates. Can you reflect back on that a little bit? Like, what's it been like making that journey to this point?
You know, it's been challenging, exhausting, exciting, fun. You run the whole gamut of emotions when you're going through it. You're up at 5 in the morning sometimes going, what am I doing up at 5 in the morning to do this? And getting home at midnight. And then you look back and say, I made so many good relationships. I met so many good people. Hopefully I'm connecting with these people. It's just a great journey.
All the first-time delegates here, the energy unrivaled, I would say, as far as the grassroots, the 912 Party people.
Right.
What's that meant to your campaign, and what does that mean to you today?
You know, it's humbling and exciting because I just do my work. I go out there and I campaign day after day after day, and we connect with some people. We don't connect with some, but we really connected with those grassroots groups, the Tea Party, the 912, all those patriot freedom groups. Our message is just connecting.
We're still counting votes right now, but it looks like, very much like both you and Scott McInnes will be on the ballot. What do we see as next in the primary? What's next for your campaign?
You know, I'm going to take a day off tomorrow, then we're going to reconvene, and you know, we've got to start raising money. Bottom line, I know if we had money in the bank, this race would be done, honestly. So we've got to get money in the bank and prove to people that we can win this thing.
What do you think this whole experience of today and seeing all the people showing up says about the Republican Party's chances in general?
Wow, huge. It's just exciting to see the activism, not just here, but at the breakfast and the lunches and the dinners and the parades. I mean, Republicans are so active right now, conservatives, Republicans, the whole gamut. It's very fun. It's a lot of fun to experience.
Dan Mays, candidate for governor, thank you for taking a minute with us. We're here with Owen Hill, candidate for Senate District 11. Probably the best thing we can do, first of all, is let the viewers know a little bit about Senate District 11. Where is it? What's it like local, geographically, and demographically?
Colorado Springs is hosts Senate District 11. It's the south half of Colorado Springs. So Manitou Springs on the west side, Powers on the east side. We currently have El Paso County's only Democrat state senator, John Morris, who also happens to be the majority leader. So we think of him as Colorado's version of Harry Reid. So we like to think of John.
So this is maybe your coming out party. You get on the big stage here at the Republican State Assembly.
This is our first
exposure in front of all the delegates. Tell me a little bit about what's that like and what does that do for your campaign?
You know, it's been a neat opportunity. We've never done politics before. My wife and I are new to this. We're frustrated with where we're going, so we said, saw no one was running against John Morse, and we said that's exactly for us to do. So it's been a great opportunity. Scared out of my wits, I'm not going to lie. I couldn't eat anything all morning, but the chance to get up there and talk and say our message that this is our opportunity to affect our generation, so our children and grandchildren can inherit really the greatest nation in the earth. So,
what are the big issues that I talked about, the themes of your campaign and that you're hearing from voters and your senators?
Obviously, healthcare is hit pretty hard. We're in a district with a lot of unaffiliated voters, but really it's about getting the economy back on track. How do we empower businesses? How do we empower families to make those decisions they need to not just survive this time, but begin to thrive as well? So it's jobs in the economy. It's really what we're heading on.
So this is your first Republican State Assembly, right?
This is my first Republican State
So
Assembly.
do you leave here feeling more optimistic than you did coming in?
I'm very optimistic. It's fun to feel the energy. It's fun to feel the excitement of people here. And I'm excited to see the debate between perhaps some of the way we used to do things, some of the way we would like to be doing things. And I think it's a healthy debate, but ultimately I think it's a debate that's going to shift away from the more progressive tendencies I think both parties have exhibited in the past.
Owen Hill, candidate for Senate District 11. Thanks so much.